Catty Boo familiar, and welcome to another day here at Maya Speaks. Boy, do we have a treat for you. Yes, we have Brother Siddiqui here. He's bringing his brick to build with us at Blackwallstreet too. Yes, he's here. He's going to nurture the second generation to come. Hey, welcome to Maya Speaks.
Thank you for having me, brother. I really appreciate that, sister.
And it's such an honor.
You know, Asante.
All right.
You know what I mean? Try and work on that Swahili so we can have some clear communication.
That's right, me too. I know about five words, but
Mike got 6 on you, so you know you working on it. You know, let's do this exercise.
I'm gonna catch up with you. I'll get you in Swahili school, all right?
You know, I got brothers that I can engage with to help me out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, as I socialize here, you know, I try to pick out the words, you know, communicating type of words for socializing. So my vocabulary is coming up definitely. You know what I mean? You do the same thing once you start interacting with some of the natives here. You know, give you the correct enunciations and correct words of greetings and socializing words. So that's what the family I'm around do for me. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I probably should know a lot more, but I got a little lazy. You know what I mean? I'm a lot more motivated now than I was when I got here. I was just motivated to just do once I got here. So it was no concentration on the language and communication, you know, which I should have been. But when you have that kind of enthusiasm, sometimes it's not one of your important things you think you need. So, but that's why presidents also have interpreters. You know what I mean?
That's true.
that's paid for, you know. So you don't have to do all the conversation. You just relay the message, and that's the position I'm probably going to be in for the next half of my life. You know, because I have a very short time. Well, I could live another 40 years, be 100.
That's
you know,
right.
So as long as the ancestors continue to bless me.
Yeah, over 100.
You know, so
What say you?
It's going to happen.
That's right. I'm going to be at the party. Mine is a Sweet 16 party. I ID people, so, you know, okay. I'm never going to get over that 16. But nevertheless.
I'm doing it gracefully. I'm just going to do it gracefully.
Exactly. But he's here to roll up his sleeves, build, and bring the bricks to Blackwallstreet too. We're so honored to have him. Please let the family know. You're welcome.
Yes, you know, just to be home, you know, is a blessing, you know, to be able to say, when you came home, someone actually said, welcome home. You know, that's a heartwarming situation, knowing the fact that you weren't allowed to come home for 400 years, you know, and to know that all the lies, propaganda against us to say, you know, to keep you out, that they don't like you, then you interact with brothers and sisters coming from the continent, coming to America, and they have this arrogance and there's this separation from us to make it seem like they really didn't like you know what I mean? But not knowing the backstory to them being told to stay away from us. You know what I mean? So those are backstories, but to realize that the native people of the land actually do welcome you back home, actually do want you to be back. That's an excellent feeling to have. And I'm pretty sure you all, that the aspirants who have come here, how excited or experienced how excited the people are to hear, you know, the native brothers and sisters here, to know that you come here from America. You know, we consider it being one of the greatest countries in the world, and everybody desire to want to go to America. And, you know, they wonder why would we want to come to a place where, you know, the impoverishment they think that the struggle is, and they just don't know the riches that they possess. They just think the fact that everything they have is like a downgrade of what America is, but not realizing America is great because they had to steal us to be able to build it.
That's right.
So
that's why we're taking our bricks back.
That's what I'm
and bringing them back here to the land to build. And we are so happy to have you here at your brick. Let the family know about this beautiful edutainment that you're bringing.
Edutainment, you know, is using hip hop as an educational tool. We on the concept started because I couldn't read until I was in the 5th grade. You know, actually I got left back in the 2nd grade, so I actually would have been in the 6th grade when I learned how to read. You know, and I learned under phonics that the teacher taught us. It's her name. I remember her name, Mrs. Ghost. I was only in the
Mrs.
fifth grade.
Ghost?
Yeah, Mrs. Ghost is a white woman. You know what I mean?
Wait a minute. Okay. Was it spelled G-O-S-T? No. Okay, don't worry about it.
G-O-S-T. That's how it was spelled in that age.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, you know, she had a phonics program and she was teaching us the sounds. The sounds of the letters actually gives you the ability to actually sound out words, you know, just by the phonics of knowing that alphabet sounds. And I learned it by, I'm going to say it for you. It's like abacada, efagaha, itjakala, na, pakwa, rasta, works. You know.
Wow.
Those are you know, those are the it's called the phonics, right?
Right.
Of the alphabet. But I also made a song. I usually have a hip hop ABC card, and the song, you know, goes with, I'm here to sing my ABCs. You must learn them for you to read. They're easy as singing 1, 2, 3. Let's sing them with a rap melody. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Now we sung the alphabet from A to Z. You must learn your sounds for you to read. Abacada, efagaha, ijakala, napakwa, rasta, wa. Now you sound it out for 26 in them. You need to know the 21 consonants, right? B, C, D, F, G, H, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, V, W, X, Y, Z. There's another set of letters you need to know. Once you learn them, you'll be a reading pro. A, E, I, O, U, get words that sound. They're part of the alphabet and called vowels. Letters and sounds can be short or long, like I and ice and O and song. We sung the alphabet in a hip hop melody and learned their tools to help us read. If you had fun singing this rhyme, let's go to the top, sing it one more time. I said, Bob ABC.
I like that. That's big.
Oh, is he working out?
No. But yes, Maya, you know, that's the flavor, you know. And this is where it can be applied. You know, you can use hip hop in that kind of application. We just haven't utilized our skills and talents to be the educators of our children's early education. We've just been following what has been pressed upon us, and you know, because this is the system that we're under, you know. We haven't applied ourselves as, especially our black educators, to say we're going to create our own kind of curriculum for our children and build and teach them our own way, and for something, a way they can relate to, you know what I'm saying? So by me having that, I don't say it's a disability, but the lack of education at their early age, that, you know, for me to find out and apply something like that for our children, or come up with a concept to be able to educate our children with something that they're going to have fun with, and it's going to be on the same level as Dr. Seuss. Yeah, they give him much props, but a lot of that stuff is garbage. The way some of the way they use rhyme words, and it's just those make up a name just to be able to make it sound to one of the words they want to use. But Dr. Seuss is the known author for everybody to learn in early childhood reading, from what I know anyhow. So I created my own book called The Story of the Hip Hop Cats and the Canine Crew. These characters were created back in '91, you know, and they were duplicated somewhat from, it was only 3 characters, and they were called the Run DMC Cats. A friend of mine who's an artist had drawn up some characters called the Run DMC Cats. I got pictures of that. And I turned around and I bought the rights to that image because I didn't want anybody else to actually capitalize off of it, you know, or Run DMC. I met DMC years back, and he turned around and created another book for himself, you know. I can tell you that also about Professor Griff, just the same. He did the same thing, you know what I mean? But the Hip Hop Cats started in '91. It only started with 3 characters because I was duplicating the 3 characters of the Run DMC. So I came up with 4 elements of hip hop, the characters that represent the Hip Hop Cats, and they all represent the elements, which are DJ Cat Scratch, Tiger Mike the MC, Hiss the graffiti artist, and Flip the breakdancer. And the 5th elements of hip hop is knowledge. you know. So the knowledge of the reading, the literature relating to hip hop, you know, and it rhymes all the way through. The whole book is a rhyme book. It's not the best edited, but you know, I had the concept and I was motivated to get this thing on the shelf or somewhere into people's hands, because who knows, you know, inspiration and can come to people just like that. Ideas can come to people just like that. So they can beat you to the punch if you don't put that idea out fast. Some people sit on ideas for 10 years, and next thing you know, that 11th year, someone then created that idea and concept because you sat on the idea rather than creating something that can be considered a prototype to something, rather, and then you actually bonded it by the fact that you created something of that similarity. So it's hard for someone, if you go behind, the person comes behind you, it's hard for them to identify themselves as owner and controller of it. Well, the Hip Hop Cats also have arch rivals called the Canine Crew, which, you know, I figured that you needed an author. You know, there was always a battle in hip hop. You know, it was always a battle between cats and dogs. So why not create some characters that represents those elements also? You know, you have MC Big Bark, you have Pooch Styles, you have B-Wag, and you have DJ Mixmaster Mutt. And they battle the hip hop cats in rapid time just as well, you know.
Wow.
And they have a book, the second book coming out, the story of the Canine Crew and their hip hop point of view, you know. So
that's exciting, fam.
Yeah, you know, it's already written, already illustrated, and the main objective is for us to start creating literature that our children can relate to, you know, especially the inner, so what you want to call inner city, you know, children. They need literature that can reflect them, you know, and most of the time, there's no, we're starting now. We're building a bigger libraries, a lot more black authors out there creating literature, but the genre of hip hop is one of the most popular genre of music, but hip hop is just not music, it's a whole culture. So, you know, I figured to take the culture and put it in a book, you know. All the characters in the book are identifying themselves and what the elements of hip hop is. You know, they rap with the element that they are. You know, B-Wag, Tiger Mike raps his lyrics. DJ Cat Scratch, they all rap their lyrics. So the fact that, you know, people can know what a DJ is. Child know what a DJ is. They know what a MC is. They know what a B-boy is. You know, they know what a graph writer. So, you know, there hasn't been anything introduced to our children like that, but they listen to hip hop all the time. They identify about hip hop. You know, everybody know about hip hop, but they don't know that it's hip hop is elements. It's 5 elements, and each one of those characters are elements of hip hop. You know, so if you don't, hip hop artist is just, and they think hip hop artist is just somebody rapping. Yeah, that's just one of the elements, but it's 5 of them to really make the whole culture of hip hop. So, but
that's
this
beautiful
is
education.
yeah, I mean, you know, and this is gonna be a series. It's gonna be a series just like Dr. Seuss is. You know, each character gonna have a story. You know, each characters from the Canine stories. I have female characters too, full body character. Females called Girly CMC, DJ Prissy. You know, and you have to. Yeah, it's something like I guess. Salt and pepper, and what is that?
Spinderella.
You know,
and she was doing that.
Yeah, so, you know, yeah, so you know, the
give them
female
something
characters.
positive. Because what I just want to, you know, tell you, parents nowadays are battling against so much with trying to get something positive for their children. Because, you know, we've seen things that come out with Lil Nas X, and, you know, the parents are like, you know, where do you go? And we're just thankful, you know, there's an avenue that's been cut out for them through you with Hip Hop Cats. So we just definitely want to know, we want to let you know that as parents, we definitely want to put our brick behind something that's positive as this. It is such needed for such a time as this.
And it don't stop there, you know, like I said, I have 4 characters called the Canine Crew. And the Canine Crew, you know, I mean, the Hip Hop Cat full body costume character is going to be just like Sesame Street character. So, you know, we have a television show which we're working on, you know, here in Tanzania. I'm this brother, the brother I have here, you know, who owns a home here in Tanzania, is creating a studio.
Wow.
So Hip Hop Edutainment can be housed there, for we can be able to create the content that's needed for our children, and just as well as anybody who's positive using hip hop. You know, we're not endorsing and supporting anything. If you're not doing anything to uplift our people or create something positive or fun, you know, with the culture of hip hop, then I really don't want to endorse you. You know, I'm really not thirsty for any money like that. You know, but I'm concerned about the well-being of our people and knowing that we're always willing to accept the narrative of what they want to put on television. You know, because we don't have the television programming to really watch this. So why not create it and create the better content that we need as a people? You know, and, we have an educator behind the camera that can be able to assist in some of the things that I might need to fulfill some of the goals and responsibilities of having true educational content that's correct. Grammatically correct, you know, educational curriculum with curriculum, you know. These are the kind of people who want to reach out to those who have those abilities, you know. I'm not an educator in the sense, in no way, I have no degree, but I'm a person who has experienced struggle when it comes to education, you know, especially leaving high school at a second and third grade reading level, you know. It's actually pushed out of high school, you know, but I'm not a special story. I'm just one of the stories, and I feel as though that the ancestors has blessed me with this concept of hip hop edutainment. Hip hop edutainment is my trademark. My company is Mic Check 1212 LLC. You know, we registered. So I intertwined the whole hip hop concept of using these terms, you know. Hip Hop Edutainment actually came from KRS-One. He coined the phrase he wrote he had an album, Edutainment, you know, but I combined the Hip Hop Edutainment, and now it's a trademark term which I own, which I'm looking to create an industry, Hip Hop Edutainment industry, not just so-called record company. You know, so we need to embrace this and control an industry. And by it being a company, it'll just be under the company term, but we're going to run it as an industry. You know, but it's our brand.
It is ours.
Yeah, it's ours.
Not the outside.
It's under the red, black, and green. You know, it's protected by the red, the black, and the green.
Okay.
I don't know if y'all know
that.
Y'all don't know the X Clan. You know, that's the X Clan quote from that group. You ever heard of the X Clan?
I think I might have heard a little bit. So you got to go ahead and start dancing. Listen, tell us, like, when are we expecting to have this up and going?
We're looking at about, say about another month or two, you know, to be able to have the studio up. I have to go pick up my costumes down in Sumbawanga. That's where we're looking to build a school.
And say it again?
And Sumbawanga.
Okay.
Sumbawanga is in southern Tanzania.
Southern Tanzania.
Yeah, in the Rukwa region. And we need to, thank you.
We're really excited here, family.
Excited, you know, my mind's just spinning.
We're building Blackwallstreet.
I need to be able to have this really supported because of the fact that this is a reality for our people here on the continent. To be able to control something that can go worldwide, not just the worldwide, but first the continent. And the continent itself is already 1.something billion dollars, billion people, and growing rapidly. You know what I mean? Soon it will be 2 billion. So just staying on the continent, you don't even have to worry about the outside world because the support could be so massive. You know, we're looking to create a Disney type of place, Disneyland, or you know, Sesame Street type of facility where we can go for our own amusement. you know, like an amusement park, you know.
Yes.
I don't know if y'all remember, do y'all know anything about Chuck E. Cheese?
Yeah,
Are
we've
you in
seen
Chuck E.
that.
Cheese?
Yeah.
So that's why we're looking at like a hip hop cats fun zone, you know what I mean? The arcades in it, you know, everything branded in the hip hop cat characters, you know what I mean? DJ, you know, game, you know what I mean? A graffiti art game, you know. So you have people who have those technical skills can actually generate or create those kind of gaming systems, you know.
Exactly. And you know, and the thing about it with your business is going to provide jobs, because a lot of times our people of the diaspora is coming over and they're like minded, like, what can I do? You know, and so that's what Black Wall Street too is about. We're making sure that if you guys want to come here, we are building the walls of financial fortitude to afford you jobs in different industries or support whatever brick that you're building as entrepreneurship. We'll build that too. But we're, you know, that's awesome to hear that, you know, you're going to be providing
that's the main thing
opportunities
is
as well.
employment. Creating
Yes.
employment for our people. That's the objective. If you're coming over here for employment, then you're about to lose unless you have dollars coming in. You're going to be struggling. You know, you already have the citizens within the society that are looking for employment. And if you feel as though you're going to just jump in and find a job that easy, unless you're a true technician, that means you're going to create your own employment, because it's wide open for anyone who has some kind of skills to contribute to this society of Tanzania. It's welcome to a certain point. We have to work out the issues with us being able to work here in Tanzania, but
and we're working on that.
yeah, we're working on it. But you know,
Brick by brick.
this is the thing. You have to come with some skills to be able to create employment for yourself. If you don't have a large amount of money to be able to really live on, you know, you're going to have some kind of hustle to sustain yourself. You know what I mean? And sometimes you can be sustained by people who are already up and running, doing something. It can be you know, one of us, you know, from Black Wall Street can be able to assist someone, and they can be employees of our particular businesses. You know what I mean? Because communication skills will be there already, you know, and that it will be easier for us to be able to train and teach someone like that. You know, so. But at the same time, it's best for you to come over here and create your own employment, because you'll be employing other people along with it. So, you know, we're going to be shown as contributors to the society, you know, so, and we're considered an asset. Having an asset, you know, who wouldn't want them people like that to come into your society?
Exactly. We definitely didn't come to Africa to rape, pillage, and rob like a lot of the other nations have. We come to build, invest, and, you know, beautify Africa, you know?
And they're doing a damn good job themselves, truthfully, you know. They just, you know, things seem like it's slow to some of us, because we such a fast-paced people depending on what part of the country you're from, though, you know. You could be down in Mississippi somewhere, you know what I mean? You could be somewhere even Detroit is on its hustle, but you know, but it's not like Jersey and it's not like New York, you know what I mean? We're in two different environments, you know what I mean? And our energy is totally different, but here the hustle and bustle is way up. And you go to Carico, it's show and prove. Listen, you talking about hustle.
Did you say Carico?
Man,
I won't go. I told you guys I won't go there alone.
Oh, listen, how you gonna go there alone like that? You know, you need help. If your language ain't up, also.
They dropped me off there one day.
They just dropped you off there?
And I looked around.
And you was there.
I called my Uber right away. And I was like, come and get me. Look, wait a minute. I was like, I've never been afraid to cross the street in my life. I had afraid to make it once I made it to the other side, I was like, Uber, come and get me.
Oh, man.
It's a real hustle.
I can imagine, you know, because that is, listen, these are Bajajis, these Borders, and these, Bajajis.
And the cars, the boat.
And the cars, and man, listen, if you, don't blink. You know what I mean? Don't blink. You know what I'm saying? And you better be agile. You gotta be on your swift movement. If you ain't on your swift movement, boy, listen, you're gonna be a victim.
Yeah. One time I had to hold on to the guy's shirt that he was moving. I was like, I didn't grab
That's
it.
right.
I
That's
want to
too
make it
bad.
over to the other
Because
side.
listen, you get split right there, just split second. You're like, yo, where you at? You know, because it's hard. The crowd's so deep. You know what I mean? This is the reality. You know what I mean?
True.
The crowds is so deep in Carico. Everybody on the hustle mode.
Very.
You know what I mean?
But it teaches you something too. This hustle here really brings it.
It's just not Carico.
Right.
It's also just the streets itself. Everybody on their hustle grind. You know what I mean? Unlike us, you know, because we're enabled by the system. You know what I mean? I don't know how it is on the island. You know, that's got to hustle too. On the island, your brothers and sisters are hustling just as well.
These Jamaicans.
So it's relatable. The brothers and sisters from the islands is relatable to what the brothers and sisters here on the continent is doing. You know, and I guess they'd be more acclimated to being able to do what they do.
Yeah, because they be like,
of the fact
they gotta step
It's an
up the
easy
game up.
transition
They
from the
got
islands to
plans.
here.
It's
Smooth
Yeah,
transition.
because the infrastructure is almost the same.
All
it's
similar.
Same scenario. So I understand what you experience. You know,
Yes.
myself here, most of these people have owl eyes. Cause they walk at night, they can see potholes, they can see. Listen, I was falling in potholes. My man had to snatch me out from going into one of the waterways. I was like,
Yeah. I know, I've been
no
there.
light. Come on now.
I've been there.
Sheesh, you know, after that, I turned my phone on. I didn't care if my battery's gonna die or not. I was like, you know, every step I'm walking like this. You know, because you don't want to mess around and hit in one of those holes, because you snap, crack, or pop something here. The ambulance don't come as quick. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're not gonna get an ambulance, so you know. But this is the place to be.
It
You know what I
definitely
mean? It's the
is.
place to be for you to create business for self. You know what I mean? And this is what I'm here. I'm here to do that, but I'm also here to educate our family by building a school here.
Right.
You know, if everything go right, paperwork and everything go right. Well, the building's already started, you know, because
Exactly.
it's being done with that Tanzania. So it's not like, you know, I'm the one that making it happen. You know?
Wow.
So
We would like to definitely come and take a trip out there, maybe do a little family and just do the update with the
Right,
family.
right.
That'd be okay?
oh, that'd be beautiful. That'd be beautiful once we start. You know, send our invitation to the family. It'll definitely be on our WhatsApp on Blackwallstreet WhatsApp 2 group. You know, put that out through their messaging and with the grand opening and you know before that, you know, so you can just see the construction of things that's happening. But right now I'm gonna focus more on building the studio. You know, and it's just not a music studio, but it's a production studio because we're gonna be filming shows there. Just like Chef Ricardo wants to create a show, he needs a set for him to say, you know, like I was speaking to the sister earlier, you know, if you need a set for you to be able to produce your show, you know, we can create a set for you.
And the first show that's gonna be featured there is Maya Speaks.
It's called wishful thinking. Because we got some shows in line on our
No,
own.
just
No, you
messing
know that, girl.
Ain't
You know
nothing wrong
that.
with trying.
Yeah, listen, you gotta put your pitch in, you know what I mean? That's what you're supposed to do, you know? Being the professional that you are. You know? So that's, but you know, the school is gonna be a Pan-Africanist educational institution, you know? So our children also, it's gonna be a trade school just as well. So children are gonna be able to have a skill that they can come into society and work for themselves.
Right, that's the key.
We're talking about second generation.
Blackstreet.
Second generation children are, you know, who we're building for the next generation to come up to take on the responsibility.
And did you say
of being
second generation?
That's what I said,
Look,
second
they
gen.
showed up.
Yeah, that was a cue, huh? Yeah, second generation stepped up to the plate, you know, but we need to be able to groom our children to be the next entrepreneurs, you know, because so they can continue on with the progress of Black Wall Street, you know, too. You know, that's the objective of the first Wall Street, which is in America, which will, by being here on the African continent, will never be burnt down.
Ooh.
You know, will never be bombed to that point, you know, because it's going to be people that looks like them that they're going to service. And that's where the blessing is, because there's no jealousy there. You know, like the first Black Wall Street, there was jealousy of the success of these Africans in America who was able to do for self after slavery, and was able to create doctors and lawyers and the scientists and any individual who was a professional there in those areas of Oklahoma, you know. So, was that right? Oklahoma. Yes, it was Black Wall Street. But that was the same era of the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey, too. So, Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey came out of Kingston, Jamaica. He was able to establish an organization. He started it in Jamaica in 1914, but he developed it and built a stronger foundation in America. And he was able to build the UNIA and build an organization that was millions strong throughout the world, you know, and created divisions throughout the world. The organization is called the Universal African Improvement Association. And the UNIA was an organization that was the strongest black, independent, pro-black organization. He considered it a government, you know, and he created these colors: the red, the black, and the green, which represents us as a people, you know. The red is the blood that flows through all of our veins that make us up. Black is of course us as a people, you know, and green is the richness of the soil and the richness of the resources of Africa, you know. So Garvey was the foundation of this Back to Africa movement, you know. He's the one who was basically established it a lot for us to say, you know, a lot of us couldn't understand the concept when he was talking about going back to Africa, because many of them didn't know that the resources that they were living off of was coming out of Africa.
So we definitely appreciate that, definitely education.
Yeah.
So we definitely are.
Because that's where we here, right? We
Yes.
here based on what? So we wanted to return. Well,
Yes.
Garvey established that, and many of us don't know that. We just returning, thinking that, you know, well, I want to go back to Africa, you know what I mean? But not associating that with Marcus Garvey. He's the foundation of all of that, you know. He's the foundation of us being proud of being black people, you know, and because many of us wanted to just be Negroes and not even being associated with being African. That was Garvey's spirit. That was his influence for us to want to come back to Africa, those who now are into this so-called Back to Africa movement. So I just wanted to make that point.
I definitely appreciate you making that point, because we definitely want to make sure the outside audience know that that's why we got the gates open and welcoming all, because you could bring your skills and whatever you have so that the whole family can usurp and sup and build with you. But, you know, okay, we are at the time, so before we go, please let the audience know where they can find you.
Doing Garvey, you can go Doing Garvey TV. You can go on the YouTube channel I have. I haven't done any live as of yet, you know, but you can also hit me up on my, or you can check out my website, hiphopcats.com. That's CATZ. You already know how to spell hip hop. CATZ is Hip Hop Cats, where you can go into my website, see my activity there right now. It hasn't had any update as far as any footage of anything, but it's coming soon, you know. Believe that. You know, you can also go into Instagram, hiphopcats.com. I mean, hiphopcats, or you can go into Hip Hop Edutainment. That's EDU. EDU.
It's okay, we'll get in the description.
You know what I mean?
Don't work yourself. You definitely
Yeah,
get in the
you know,
description.
my mind just went on a blank. You know, EDU.
It happens.
CK, you know what I mean? I can't even.
Don't worry about it. Listen,
Remember
man,
them all.
We're gonna make sure you get all
All
the
we're doing
links.
is just slipping on that one, you know what I mean? But you know,
That's
hip hop
okay.
entertainment, that's where we are, you know.
We'll make
That's-
sure
that's
they
on.
get
And
it.
then it's also doing Garvey on Instagram just as well.
All right. All right, family, listen up. You know we need you to get those early bird tickets because we are thankful that Brother Siddiqui has become a sponsor for Blackwallstreet too. He has his t-shirt, and yes, you all want to get your early bird tickets. Listen, and also, he has been kind to donate this book because we're going to have a raffle. We're going to have a gift basket worth of so much. So many people are donating, and this is one of the books. We're going to patronize him as well as he's going to give us a book for the basket. We're going to also offer a free safari worth about $200. You guys don't want to miss it. We're going to get you a t-shirt in the bag too. But remember, family, these bricks that we're building is not just for us, but the second generation to come. And also remember that 20% of the proceeds, donations, will be going towards Tanzania. We linked up with the Maasai village over in Arusha. They're trying to build a school for their children. So 10% will go to that Maasai village. The other 10% we have linked up with the orphanage here in Dar es Salaam called Yoko Orphanage. I did a video on that, took you inside. They're really trying to build it up. We're rolling up our sleeves and we're linking up to help build that orphanage. So 10% will go to that too. So just know, you're not just, thinking you're just giving somebody. No, we're doing more with it than you can imagine. It's to build up Tanzania. We were so thankful that Magufuli, the late great Dr. Kwame Magufuli, made a way for us that we're trying to leave situations where we were. And, he opened up the doors to us in Tanzania. So we're not here to complain because none of us received a invitation letter. We came and they opened their arms, and for that we'll always be grateful. So for your early bird tickets for the sunset brunch, you're going to be there. Yes, you're going to be there. Hopefully, August 8th is the far ways away.
Yeah.
We'll check the calendar, right?
Yeah, no, but I don't know if I'm gonna be here.
Oh, we'll
I don't know. Yeah.
I know your schedule's busy, but we'll see, right? I'm not asking to make any promises, but
Right.
nevertheless, August 8, 2021. Check me out, Maya Speaks, MAYAH Speaks, SPEAKS, T as in Tom, Z as in Zebra, @gmail.com. Asante Sana family for joining me here on Maya Speaks.
Peace.
Bye.
Peace.